Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So in this video, we're going to have a look at what's going on with CryptoPunks. Not traditionally a game, but the first kind of NFT project in the blockchain space running on the Ethereum blockchain, launched in the summer of 2017. So 3 years old now, the longest kind of NFT project that's kind of been popular, I suppose, and continued to have interest in it. So what CryptoPunks is, we'll go and have a look at a bit more detail what's been going on and what CryptoPunks actually are. But this is a kind of look at the data first. But CryptoPunks are basically 10,000 of these NFTs. They're kind of like 24 by 24 pixel characters. They look pretty odd. They kind of stand out, I suppose. And each of them is they've all been kind of procedurally generated, and they all have different attributes, basically split between kind of male and females, more male than female ones, and they all have different attributes, funny haircuts and smoking cigars. And there's a few apes and a few zombies. So you have these some pirates, these other kind of character traits, which are much rarer. So they go for more. People have obviously thought that because there's only, I can't remember, a dozen or so of these apes and zombies, they're obviously much rarer, so they must be worth a lot more. So it's kind of an interesting experiment. Why it's worth looking, I think, at CryptoPunks is an interesting experiment in how communities create value, and I think that's something that's interesting for game developers. Anyway, as probably people know, I love data, and this is a dashboard I've created. It's publicly available. I'll put the link in the video box below so you can all have a look at this. This is something I've created using DAppRadar's data. And basically, you get all the data from the blockchain, and then you can kind of create these queries and look at the kind of visualize the data, what's going on. Things are a bit complicated with CryptoPunks because technically it's not using the ERC 721 standard because it came out before that standard was created. That standard was created with CryptoKitties, which came out 6 months later. So there are some issues around the data. It's not perfect, but this shows us the broad issues of what's going on. So we can see here, this first graph is the number of CryptoPunks traded daily since launch. So every one of these lines is a day. And every day we can see how many CryptoPunks were traded. So we can see here a lot of trading when the thing launched. Kind of dies off a little bit. Not much going on here in kind of the summer of 2018. It gets quite quiet. We just see these kind of interesting kind of days where there's like a big spike of trading, and it tends to fall off again. This is kind of something because really there's not many people trading these CryptoPunks. So if a few of them or one of them wakes up being happy and decides he wants to go and buy some CryptoPunks, you get these big spikes. And then as one person starts trading, that encourages other people. But over time, you can see these spikes have actually kind of got broader. So we had a big one here in kind of April, May this year. Another one start of the year, January, and we can see there's quite a lot of trading going on. So this is just measuring the number of CryptoPunks traded. It's not looking at value. But what's interesting and why I've done this video is we can see here we're into end of September, and this massive spike going on. Is a massive spike in trading. This is the most we've ever seen over kind of a number of days. But we've got peak here of 128 CryptoPunks traded. Sorry, it's a bit hard to get the cursor there. So that's interesting. We've got this other data around the side here. So number of trades, 5,000 trades in total, trading value over $1 million now, $1.2 million. That has been driven to over $1 million by this trading activity here. We have trading value in ETH. Obviously, there's this issue with ETH and what the price of ETH is in dollars. So you get to, you have to do the calculation. 448 trades over the last 30 days and $500,000 of trading over the last 30 days. So we can see the most expensive CryptoPunk has gone for 100 ETH, and that was at that time it was priced at over $20,000. So here we see this other next graph, the yellow one, the selling price of individual CryptoPunks in the last 6 months. So here we see every CryptoPunk that's been sold here. We can kind of see the value of it. So we can see here this one that's sold for 100 ETH This is measured in ETH, not dollars. So this is 100 ETH, and that sold on 24th of May. This is this most expensive one. And we can see, we can see in this June trading period, up here it was quite a lot being sold, but also this is just the last 6 months, but also some a lot of expensive ones. So we have this one here is 60. We had 85, 77. This most expensive one 100, 60, 50, 56, and 49. So there's a pretty expensive trading going on here. So in this kind of current bubble we're seeing in kind of September, we have had some expensive ones. So we've had a 44 ETH one and a 49 ETH one. So that, historically that's expensive, particularly in dollar terms, because the price of ETH is now high, relatively speaking. So this one here, this is actually this one that sold for 49 ETH. In dollar terms, this table is now measured in dollars. That's actually the second most expensive ETH in dollar terms. So it's not the second most expensive ETH CryptoPunk to sell in ETH terms. We can see that the one sold for 85, but in terms of dollar terms, you can kind of rearrange these graphs however you want to. So this is kind of interesting to see this activity. We can also look here. This is the cumulative sale price of each traded CryptoPunk. So CryptoPunks, there are 10,000 of them. So we see here 10,000 across the bottom, and we can see here some of these have been traded more than once. So this is the one that got traded for 100 ETH, but there's this one here. Its total lifetime trading is 111.25. It's been traded kind of 3 or 4 times at different prices. So we can see here, you can see some of these ones down here, the very low numbers. This one is number, I think it's number 0 is sold quite expensively. So we can see this, and then also this kind of other data. Number of wallets that have ever hold a CryptoPunk, number currently holding it. This is interesting. 67% of CryptoPunks have never been sold. So 6,700 CryptoPunks have just sat in the wallets that they originally were airdropped into. And here again we can see which ones. This one has been traded 8 times. Some more things. I don't really go into this particularly. This is how the CryptoPunks were distributed to different kind of wallets, and this is the most active wallet has sold 870 CryptoPunks, making $123,000. So we have some more data. So that's the kind of the broad data we're looking at. What's interesting here really is this kind of spike in activity and this kind of some fairly expensive ones going, which are the most expensive because they're in dollar value. Let's go and have a quick look and see why that's happening, and actually look at what CryptoPunks look like. So one way of looking at this is there's quite a nice Twitter bot called the CryptoPunks bot, and it basically looks at the sales of CryptoPunks. So we can see here, just updates whenever one's sold. So Punk 6605 was bought for 1.93 ETH, $745. And we can see the wallets, and if we click here, we can see this is what Punk 6605 look like. So this is a male punk with a beard and glasses and a Mohican haircut. I think those are the main characteristics of that. So this is not a particularly rare CryptoPunk, but it's sold for almost 1.9 ETH, so that's nice. Here we have a female CryptoPunk. This is Punk 7299. She's gone for 3 ETH. That's a fairly good value historically. She's a female CryptoPunk. She's got a bandana sort of thing and a pipe and pink lipstick. Those would be the attributes. What else we got going here? In another one, another female CryptoPunk attribute, it would be red Mohican, and I think that counts as a mole. She's gone for 3 as well. I say the female ones generally go, they're generally more expensive. Now this is a pirate. No, is it pirate one? Anyway, he's got an eye patch. Yeah, he's a pirate one. He's gone for 3.1. Which is not bad. Again, I say female ones normally go for, they're normally more expensive. Another female one, she's got a beanie hat, green eyes, and a earring. She's gone for 2.45. So you basically get to see what's going on. Let's see if we can find an expensive one. So this one's a nice expensive one. She's got white hair and pink lipstick. Pink eyeshadow. So she's gone for almost 6 ETH. That's pretty good. And you can kind of just go down. Here we go. Here we have one. So we can see there's a lot of trading going on. We know that because we've seen the data. There's lots of trading going on. We also know there's some expensive ones being sold. So this one here is a female CryptoPunk with a mask, medical mask on. Obviously, kind of a broadly in line with global trends at the moment, and she's gone for 23 ETH, so 6,000, almost $8,500, I should say. And see if there's any other ones that are worthy of note. He's gone for 5. Policeman's gone for this one here. So I'm not quite sure. She's got a tiara, I think that counts. There's not many of those with tiaras. So she's gone for 20 ETH, $7,000. So that's what CryptoPunks look like. But we can also, what's interesting, we don't always know why this kind of like flurry of trading starts. We know that once some trade, we know that once some trade starts, some trading starts, that it tends to encourage trading. People are just like, oh, what's going on here? And obviously, if the price has gone up, people are interested and think it's an investment opportunity. And if the price has gone up, people who own CryptoPunks are like selling them to make profit. So you have that kind of like flywheel effect going on. But there is something else that we can look at, which has lightly kickstarted the current selling. So again, we're back to Twitter, and this is Lava Labs. So Lava Labs is the company behind CryptoPunks, and this is they're saying over 1,100 of CryptoPunks, because that's value, is it? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Have been sold in the past week. Huge spike, biggest week ever by volume. Why is this interesting? So it says what seems to have triggered the latest wave of activity is the wrapped CryptoPunks contract. So this art gallery DAO has launched this wrapped CryptoPunks contract. And this allows owners to officially list their punks on open markets. So previously, if you were buying CryptoPunks, you had to sell it through. They had a specific website that you sold it through, and it was kind of okay, but it was a bit clumsy, a bit clunky to find to find things through. And that was obviously friction in the system, that you had to go to a specific website. You had to log into that with your Ethereum wallet, and then you had to kind of like search around, and it took you a bit of time to get to know how it worked, like all these things. And once you knew how it worked, you could kind of see what was for sale, and you could do bids and all that sort of stuff. But now what's happened is we have this wrapping of CryptoPunks. So wrapping just means it's turned the original NFT into an ERC 721. So it becomes the standard kind of NFT standard on Ethereum, and that means you can sell it on these third-party websites like OpenSea and Raribles, which you couldn't do before. So you couldn't trade. And what's interesting is these are places where people come to trade. So OpenSea make a lot of games and art. Raribles is a newer platform, a bit more kind of user-generated content sort of thing. There is art and that sort of stuff, but it's not quite as, I guess, high end, I suppose, maybe as OpenSea. But you can start to trade these now. So these are now CryptoPunks being traded where people trade. And so people who couldn't be bothered previously or weren't interested in CryptoPunks now just see them in their feed, and they can see what's going on. So one Lava Labs is saying one worry might be this would fragment the market and take volume from the original contract, but the net seems to be it's caused a wider awareness of punks as well as the purchasing of punks. So you have this high volume on the original contract as well. So basically, it's by letting them out the system, by giving them less friction, you basically created a bigger pie. More people who wouldn't otherwise get involved are getting involved. More people are spending money. Overall, it's a cool example of truly decentralized development. So Lava Labs was not involved in the wrapper contract. The people who did it didn't need our permission to do it, and now people who own punks can have a lot of different options. And actually, you can see here people saying you can collateralize them, so you can start using them in other kind of DeFi dApps and CryptoPunks as their value potentially now will increase a lot, particularly some of the rarer ones. So we'd expect to see this kind of continue. And let's just have a look here. Let's see. This works. So here we go. So this is OpenSea. So previously you could view CryptoPunks on OpenSea, you couldn't trade them, but now we have people. So some chances as ever putting these prices. 100 ETH, 500. So we know the most expensive. We know the most expensive CryptoPunk sold for 100. These ones would break the record. These are not. I know a little bit about CryptoPunks. These are highly priced. These are speculatively priced. They are not particularly rare. This one here, 550. I mean, this is rare because she's got white hair, but it's not. That would really be quite extreme if that one sold. Here we see a bit more kind of common or garden. So we're seeing people listing these 2.5. Obviously, they're not really focusing on the variations of them. but we can kind of start to see the female ones now. So female one there and there, a bit more 3.5 ETH. So we could actually sort by. We can see the lowest price. So what's the cheapest we could get into CryptoPunks? 2.1 ETH, which is double what it was just a couple of months ago. And the cheapest female, let's have a look. If we can find one, it's going to be about, well, no, it's not the cheapest one, is it 100? I don't know. I can't see one. Anyway, so that kind of shows us kind of what's going on, and I think broadly, it is a, you know, as Lava Labs said, it is a kind of broad vindication of open platforms, decentralization, and now we will kind of see truly what the value of these CryptoPunks are. As ever, not investment advice. Not saying you should buy these at all. These things have gone up and down considerably over 3 years. But I guess it is interesting as there's only 10,000 of them, so it is interesting as a closed ecosystem, and they don't do anything. You can't play games with them at the moment, although people could make games around them if they wanted to. But it's a pretty kind of niche kind of product at the moment. Anyway, that was all I had to talk about today. So thanks for watching the video. If you're interested in blockchain games, please do subscribe. We're pretty active on everything that is happening in the field. So I hope you find it useful, at least. Hope you find it as interesting as I find it. But thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you again soon.